Here's another chart I had up today. This is also a NASDAQ 1 minute. This is using an indicator from NINZA called Titanoboa Trader. And what this indicator does is it will take any kind of line, any kind of moving average. You could do it off of VWAP. You could do it off of a pivot point, any kind of line on your chart, and it will create bands of standard deviation. And you can choose how wide or narrow these bands of deviation will be. There's 5 different bands that it will print. I've got all of them transparent on this one except for the 5th bands. So I've got like a red cloud and a green cloud. You can change the opacity, all kinds of different things. This one is working off a linear regression with a value of 20. I've got another instance of Titanoboa Trader, and this is not printing any bands at all. It's only printing these star markers, the red and green. And it's showing me when price goes out of the 3rd support and resistance area and then crosses back. You can change the return to be any of the different bands that you want. Then I've also got the moving average crossover showing me the candle color for when price is above the 20 linear regression or below. And that's the center dash line. So these stars are printing reversal signals when price goes out of the 3rd band and then back in. And they're catching some pretty good reversal spots. I'm using these bands kind of like I would Bollinger Bands. I'm looking for if price ever goes out of these bands and comes back in. I'm looking for price to be drawn back to the center line. I'm looking for when candles are producing wicks that are touching the cloud below or above. So we got these wicks kind of penetrating these clouds. Looking for a test at least back up to the center line. See over here we've got another kind of wick up in this band area. It comes back down. This is this morning's price action. See when things are nice and mellow, it's catching the tops and bottoms pretty good. Here we get another little wick down touching this bottom band. Nice little move back up. Later on this afternoon we had a nice wick in the band up here. A little reversal signal. Our linear regression candlesticks are closing red. Price is below the 20 linear regression. Come back down to the next band. We get a little wick appearing in this band. Come back up to the center line. Here we're closing outside of the bands, waiting for a close back within the bands. These 2 candles, we're getting closes back inside the bands, and we're also getting wicks appear in the band. We have a nice move back up to the upper band here. So lots of different creative ways you can use their indicators. I can show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like without my adjustments. It's printing all these different bands. Like I said, you could have this applied to any kind of line on your chart. You could use it on a VWAP and show you when you're returning from a zone off the VWAP or a pivot point, moving average. If I want these lines to be spaced further apart, and change their parameters to be a little further out. You can totally fine tune it for your particular time frame and instrument. You could just double all these. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now we've got them spread out a little bit more. So the Titanoboa Trader I really like, and what was that? And the NINZA oscillator reversal that I was showing you earlier, I really like. Those are a couple that I haven't talked about before that I really like. But I plan to do more videos just sharing all the different indicators that I've used, all the different services that I've used, all the different methods of trading that I've used in the past. I've got so much personal experience and different things that I've tried since my trading journey started in 2007, so I didn't start this YouTube until this summer, so there's just so much ground to cover, so much information that I could share. But NINZA indicators, they're the ones that I stuck with. So many different indicators that I've bought before just lag. They make your system run slow. I don't know what it is about the coding, but NINZA's got it figured out. I can use these in the craziest of markets. They keep up just fine. Anyways, the sale's going on for another few days. Rest of December, 60% off. Use code MonkeyMan60. I also just got officially approved for the NINZA Trader ecosystem. I'm coming out with a few of my own indicators. they're just going to be like bare bones, basic stuff, super inexpensive. I'm hoping to have those out sometime in the month of January. I'm going to do a very basic delta, a very basic volume, a very basic volume profile, and a couple of giant chart buttons. And then there's one other support and resistance indicator based on high volume areas that I'm working on as an experiment as well. But other than that, I'm not going to offer like hundreds of different indicators, just like some very simple staples that NinjaTrader does not include in their free version, and a couple that they don't include even in their lifetime version, just things that I think really make trading a lot easier. So be on the lookout for that as well. I hope at least a few people are getting some good ideas of trade ideas they might want to try out themselves. Best of luck in your trading.